A great civilization of Asia Minor was Troy. Troy was a black civilization. The founders of Troy probably spoke a Mandi language. Today we always think of the Mandi as the people who live in West Africa, but formerly the Mandi lived in the Proto-Sahara. The Mandi-speaking people also lived in the Fezzan, and from there many Mandi people migrated into Asia, and they formed many ancient civilizations. Troy was just one of the civilizations founded by the ancient Mandi-speaking people. We find mention of Troy in the works of the Greek poet Homer. Homer was described as Xanthos. Xanthos means brown, so Homer was a black man. The leading characters in his books were black men and women. The founders of Troy were the Garamantes. The Garamantes came from Africa. They lived mainly in the Fezzan, and as I said earlier, they spoke a Mandi language. Troy was called in ancient Greek Troia, or Ilios. The Hittites called Troy Walusa. Troy was situated in Asia Minor or northwest Anatolia in modern Turkey. Troy is best known for Homer's tale about the Trojan War. It was situated south of the southwest end of the Dardanelles. King Priam of Wilion, or Troy, which was called Wyre by the Egyptians, was the uncle of Memnon. The fact that Priam and Tithonus were brothers makes it clear that the founders of Crete, who were Garamantes, came from the fertile African crescent. Moreover, the Garamante origin of the people of Troy would explain the close relation between the Elamite and Mandi languages, since it was Memnon who founded Susa, the ancient capital of Elam. Due to the Manding origin of many of the Trojans and some of the settlers who founded the Vinca culture, we can read the most ancient Aegean inscriptions using the Mandi language. Some of the founders of the Trojan civilization came from Kush, in addition to the Fezzan. Ancient Kush was called Aethiopia by the Greeks. Aethiopian place names associated with the Sinai civilization include Simus, Sima, Simon, from the word Simos, or snub-nosed. The term snub-nosed is used to refer to the snub nose of the Ethiopians. It is interesting that at Samos we find iconographic evidence of blacks living in this area in other parts of Mycenae and the Peloponnesus in ancient times. In fact, much of the blackware associated with the ancient Greeks records some of the stories about Troy. It also shows many of these snub-nosed blacks that once ruled Asia Minor. Yes, Troy was a black civilization in Asia Minor.